Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And today I want to talk about why you keep ending up with a narcissist or a narcissist. So many people are angry at themselves and they're saying to themselves, how could I have let this happen? How could I have not seen this person for who they were? And why do I keep ending up with a narcissist? Well, I'm going to run down a list that I put together of reasons why you keep ending up with narcissists, all right? Or on one narcissist, depending on what your experience has been with relationships. Number one, one of the most popular reasons you ended up with a narcissist is because you were going off lust, all right? A lot of people think that they're in love with the narcissist, when in reality, it's really you were lusting the narcissist. You were feeling that chemistry with that person. It was more a physical connection than it was an emotional connection. And I always tell people when they say, oh, but I love the narcissist, I love them. I always ask them, what was it about them that you loved? Because narcissists are liars. A lot of them are cheaters. They're gaslighting you because they think you're a fool. They have no respect for you. So what is there to love about somebody like that? All right. Most of the time, it's because you lusted them. Or it could be because the narcissist plays hard to get after they get you. It was more your own ego in feeling rejected. You wanted to feel like you could get that person as well. So a big reason you ended up with a narcissist is because you judged this person for the chemistry that you felt for them or the fact that you were lusting them. Every time you were thinking about them, you were thinking about you and them together in bed, having sex, making love, but it's never making love with a narcissist. It's always, basically sexual, okay? So you didn't look at the person's true character. Are they a good person? Are they a truthful person? You weren't concerned with those things, and you were just looking at the fact that you were very attracted to them. Maybe you had good times with them, but that is not love, okay? You've got to understand the difference between love and lust. Love is something that grows over time. It's a mutual sacrifice that the two of you make for each other, and you build together like you're each other's ride or die, okay? That is not what you had with the narcissist, because the narcissist was never all in with you, okay? Next, moving along, why you ended up with a narcissist. Most common, you move too quickly with the narcissist. See, narcissists want to move quickly. They want to get the supply before you're able to see them for who they truly are. It's hard for a narcissist to keep the mask on. And usually, in general, it could vary depending on the narcissist and what they're looking for. But generally, the mask is going to fall between 3 and 6 months. So that narcissist is going to try to hook you fast. They're going to have you in a relationship the first 2 weeks, the first month. They're going to be telling you how much they love you. They're going to make you exclusive. They're going to, fill your head up with that future faking that you're the one and all of that. And you're going to love that feeling, okay? You're going to love that feeling, and you're especially going to love that feeling if you are in a vulnerable position at the time the narcissist comes into your life. Maybe you're very lonely, okay? Maybe you've been out there dating and things haven't worked out, or people are treating you like an option. And here comes along the narcissist, flooding you with all that attention, making you feel like they are your hero. They're coming in, you're thinking, oh, this is my soulmate, finally. When in reality, the devil always comes as your friend, okay? When reality, this person was not real. They were not authentic. They put on a show. They are good actors. They are good actresses. And one of the reasons you fall for that is because you're in a vulnerable state, okay? You might have been lonely. You may have been divorced. You have the responsibility of kids. And, you're just in such, you want that feeling of being in love so badly. And here comes this person filling that void within yourself. And you go in, you rush in without really taking your time and making sure that this person is who they proclaim to be. See, a narcissist will always proclaim to be the opposite of who they truly are in the beginning. They're going to pretend they're innocent. They're going to pretend that they don't date around. They're going to pretend that they're only talking to you, especially when you meet somebody on a dating app. This is classic game, you guys. They sit there and tell you, oh, I'm only focusing in just on you, which is a flat out lie, okay? Why? Because they can talk to other people, so they are going to talk to other people, and they don't know anything about you, so they're not going to risk putting all their eggs in one basket, okay? So another reason besides you lusted them, you moved too quickly, and in moving too quickly, you trusted too soon. Maybe that narcissist talked about marrying you. Maybe that narcissist talked about moving in together. Maybe that narcissist portrayed a dream that they were going to help you with all the hardships that were going on in your life. Maybe you're a single parent with kids and they said, oh, I'll help you raise your kids. We'll do it together. We'll build together. Okay. Now a narcissist who's after money loves to use that term. Okay. That's just a tip for you. They always say, let's build together. That's generally a narcissist that wants to build off your money and, get some kind of financial supply to maybe start a business, maybe, take over your assets. They're no good, okay? You shouldn't be building with anybody that you don't know for a couple of years, okay? Never, ever, ever give anybody money, all right? Unless you're married to them and you know them a long time, all right? Now, so you trusted the narcissist too soon, and this is what people do all the time. See, there's a reason that people date. And what's happened today in society is there's no more real dating. People jump in, they hook up with people, they're sleeping around with people. They don't know where these people have been. STDs are on the rise. You don't know when you sleep with that person who else they've slept with, and whoever they slept with, if you sleep with them, you may get whatever they caught, all right? So there is no dating, getting to know each other, moving slowly. And you know what happens when you don't have that? You end up with somebody like a narcissist that's toxic because you didn't give it time to really see, does this person have good character? You didn't watch their pattern of behavior over time. How is this person over time? That's how you're going to know if they're real, if they're authentic, and if you can trust them. So many people have a bad experience and they say to me, oh, I'll never, ever trust again. I'll never be in a relationship again. Well, you had a bad experience, but that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody is like that. There's other honest, true people like you. But what you need to do is trust is earned over a period of time. You don't rush, okay? You watch this person, you watch for the red flags, and you make sure that they don't play game on you. They don't run hot and cold. They don't disappear or ghost you, okay? Those are all red flags that tell you this person's not real. They're not authentic. They're playing game on you, okay? So you lusted them, you moved too quickly, you trusted too soon, and the other one, you guys, is you thought they were like you and they were all in. And why is that? Because the narcissist told you with words that they were all in. And what do I tell you guys 1,001 times? Never trust words, okay? Because anybody could say any old shit. You don't know this person for a long time, so you don't know if their words mean anything. And too many people are trusting words and thinking that the narcissist is all in when they're not, okay? So that's another reason why you could have ended up with a narcissist, because you believed everything, all the shit that this person told you, when they were just looking to play you because they wanted something from you. They may have wanted sex out of you. They may have wanted money out of you. They may have wanted a place to stay out of you. Or maybe they were just, enthralled with you in the beginning and then they got turned off because they're a narcissist. But if you would have moved slowly and not put your feelings all into it too fast, too soon, you would have seen that, okay? You would have seen the level of attraction switch off because they weren't all in. So that's another reason, you guys, when you move slowly, you kill the narcissist because they can't keep it up. Trust me when I tell you that. I've seen it time and time and time again, okay? So another reason too, you guys, like I mentioned before, you were lonely. Here comes the narcissist, your, knight or princess on the white horse, and you just wanted it to work, okay? You wanted it to work because you thought that this narcissist was going to fulfill you and make you feel complete, okay? You have to make yourself complete. You have to be an independent person where you're never dependent on anybody. I don't care if you're fucking married. Today or tomorrow, something could happen. You've got to be independent. You've got to have your own thing. I tell this to my daughter all the time. You've got to have your own thing because life is funny. People are funny. And you don't know what could happen. And you never want to be 100% codependent on anybody and then find yourself up the river without a paddle, okay? So, you guys, you became codependent on the narcissist to fulfill you for your happiness. You've got to look inside yourself and say, what was I lacking that I fell hook, line, and sinker for this person? What was I lacking? You were lacking feeling that euphoria of loving somebody and being in love. And of course, everybody wants companionship. But again, you've got to tread lightly and move slowly to make sure this person is right. This is a big decision in your life, who you end up with. This is going to determine how your life rolls out. Trust me when I tell you, because it made a big impact on how my life rolled out, where I'm in a situation, picking up the pieces, raising my kids. I have special needs kids, and I'm having to do it on my own with no help, okay? Why? Because I'm dealing with a narcissistic ex that doesn't want to do the hard work, okay? So this is why I'm telling you it will have an impact on you later on. There's a big difference between, ending a relationship with a narcissist and no kids and ending a relationship with a narcissist with kids. When you have kids with a narcissist, it's a whole other ball game. First of all, you're going to go through a wicked divorce. You're going to pay out thousands of dollars to attorneys, all right? You're going to be dealing with a basic asshole in co-parenting your children because narcissist makes it difficult. They may not come get the kids. They may not give you money. And there's a whole bunch of issues that you will have to deal with if you have children with a narcissist, okay? So what I'm trying to tell you is if you got out and you didn't have kids with the narcissist, you're one of the lucky ones, okay? Now, I'm not saying if you end up with a narcissist and you have kids, you can't have a whole new life. Of course you can, depending on your situation. Depending on your situation and if you have that support, okay? Not all of us have that support. So it really depends on your situation and, where you're at and who you're around. There's a lot of different factors involved, okay? A lot of different factors involved. And, I can't stand when these people come out and they say things like, there's a light at the end of the tunnel after narcissistic abuse. The light is your peace. That is your peace. But when you have children with a narcissist, it's a little bit more difficult. You can still have your happiness because you don't have to deal with that basic asshole of a narcissist. You have your peace. You're not dealing with somebody who's picking on you and judging you and criticizing you. But it could be a lot more work. And you also have to co-parent, which could be difficult, or you may have to go to court now and then, which I had to do to try to get to enforce the stipulation when they don't follow the order, okay? So the point in all me getting into all of this is to tell you to be careful of who you get in a serious relationship with because it will have an impact on your life later on, okay? The decisions you make in your life will impact your life later on. When you're young, you don't realize that because you haven't lived life. But when you're older, you see that. And some people have a lot of regrets for what happened in their life and how it went down. You can't go back. You can't get that time back. That's why you've got to be careful who you give your time to in this life. Life is short, so surround yourself with kind, understanding, and good-hearted people. And the minute that you see cold, unempathetic, cruel people, cut them out of your life. Don't even hesitate. Cut them out of your life, because that's 1/10 of the coldness and the cruelty that you will see later on, okay? All right, you guys, I'm getting off tangent, but I had to put that all in to make you understand. So the reasons that you ended up with a narcissist is a lot of people, they base it off the flesh, the physical aspect of lusting them. You moved quickly, you trusted too soon, you thought the narcissist was all in, and you didn't realize that the narcissist was playing game on you. You didn't know it, and you had to forgive yourself because you had no way of knowing it. Nobody told you that there were these kind of people out there. That's why narcissistic awareness is so crucial, to educate people to beware of these users. These users that try to use you and have no empathy for you and end up hurting you and ruin your life and doing that. Ruin your life, ruin your health, ruin your children's life, okay? But you had no way of knowing it at the time, and you have to let it go, and you move forward in your life, and you look at the positive aspects of your life, all right? You also ended up with a narcissist because you thought that person was going to fulfill that dream for you, all right? And you didn't realize. You didn't realize you were being manipulated. You didn't recognize you were being gaslit. That's why, again, I'm telling you, understand, study gaslighting. It is so crucial when you know somebody's gaslighting you. When you know somebody's gaslighting you, you're going to know right away, boom, I'm dealing with toxic. The minute that you know you're dealing with toxic, boom, I got to distance myself. I can't trust this person. The minute that somebody gaslights you, you know, they tell you, oh, I don't remember. Oh, you know, they confuse you. So they want to confuse you of what the truth is and what your sense of reality is. The minute you're feeling that confusion is the minute that you say, you know what? I'm not dealing with a straight shooter here. I'm dealing with a bullshitter, okay? I'm dealing with a bullshitter, and I need to distance myself because now I know I could never trust this person. So the minute that you see that confusion or they're not straight with it is the minute that you know you're dealing with a bullshitter. And if they're bullshitting about that, they could be bullshitting about anything. Keep your distance and don't get in deep with somebody like that. That's my advice to you with that, all right? Now, I want to bring in another aspect. I'm trying to run through here because I got to run. Another reason that you put up with the narcissist bullshit or you ended up with a narcissist is because maybe you saw the same qualities in that narcissist that you saw in your parents who could have been toxic. A lot of times you come from toxic households and you end up with people that are sometimes like your parents. For instance, you may have come from a violent household, all right? And you think like violence is okay or everybody's got problems. And then you get involved with a narcissist who puts their hands on you. But because you saw that with your family or your parents, you think, well, every couple can get into it now and then. And you think to yourself, well, it's not a big deal. Sometimes people get physical. They don't mean it. Because you saw it in your childhood and you didn't realize that, no, that isn't right. Yet that is abuse. And now you're picking a partner who does the same thing. And you're thinking, well, if my parents could go through it and it was okay, I could. And it's not okay. It's not okay, you guys. You've got to recognize toxic. So sometimes you pick partners that maybe are like your toxic mother or your toxic father. Maybe they give you the silent treatment the way your toxic mother or toxic father did. And you say to yourself, well, you know, this is just the way people are, or maybe they can't communicate. You don't realize that, you know what? This is emotional abuse, okay? Whether my parents did it or they didn't do it. The bottom line is it's emotional abuse and I don't deserve it. And I don't want to be with a partner like that. But some people, they don't see anything wrong with it, or they think that's just part of people's way of being the way they are. They excuse the behavior. They excuse the behavior because they've seen it in their childhood, all right? So understand this. The narcissist came into your life like your hero and left as your nightmare because you didn't see their true, authentic character, all right? You thought they were something that they weren't. And that's why no contact is so important, because when you go no contact, the longer you go no contact, the clearer it will be that you will see that person for who they were. See, like when I broke up with the malignant narcissist, I was really trauma bonded to this guy, okay, you guys? When I first came out of that relationship, I was like a basket case. I really was. I didn't even know what happened to me because he was so good at playing the game. He was, so good at manipulation, everything. But as time went on, I got stronger. I educated myself. And, years later, I am a powerhouse. I wouldn't even spit on this person, okay? I wouldn't even spit on this person because as the longer time went and the distance from this person, I was able to see exactly what he is. And the funny thing is, he actually hoovered me years later, all right? Sent me a friend request on Facebook, and I blocked him, all right? At first, I wasn't going to because I was like, you know what? I'm going to make like he doesn't even affect me, but no, you have to block them to let them know, no, that door is closed, okay? And you become stronger in time. And this is what the narcissist doesn't realize. The longer you go no contact, the stronger you will become. And believe me when I tell you, you're going to look back and you're going to say, how the hell did I get in a relationship with that? Then you're really going to see it clearly and understand what they were, okay? And you're going to be repulsed by them. Trust me when I tell you, you will be repulsed by them, all right? So stay no contact, you guys. You want to go forward. You don't want to waste any more of your life with these losers, all right? So let me go on, all right? The other thing, I'm looking at my list. They also, you got to remember, the reason you ended up with them, they're very charming. They pretended to be your safety net. All right, maybe you were looking to them because you needed that support, you needed that safety and security, and they misled you to think that they were a strong person, when in reality, a narcissist is a coward, okay? And I saw that in my relationships. I thought this person was going to be my safety net and my strength. But then when the chips were down and I needed them to stand up for me for something, they became a coward and I couldn't believe it. And I said, oh my gosh, this person is not, the strong, tough person that I thought they were. They are a basic coward. But they put on a front that they are this strong, self-confident, they got your back. It's all bullshit. They're a basic coward. You know who's got your back? You got your back. Remember that. You've got your back and God's got your back. That's why I tell you, when you walk with God, it keeps you grounded. And there ain't nobody going to break you down when you stay grounded with God. All right? I'm living proof of that. So, that I'm telling you what has worked for me, you guys. The other reason that you ended up with a narcissist is because they gave you so much attention. Classic game, classic manipulation, blow your phone up the first week, keep you on the phone for hours, flood you with attention, try to act like they're so caring, all right? It's all bullshit because by month 6, your phone is not getting blown up and they could give a rat's ass because they got other things going on, okay? Sorry to be so blunt, but, that's the Brooklyn in me, and I'm just saying it like it is, all right? The other thing, too, you could have got caught up with this narcissist is because you were lonely and depressed, and, they misled you to think that they were going to be the solution to your loneliness, all right? Again, you cannot make yourself codependent on anybody to fulfill you for happiness. They add to your life, but should not be your sole purpose of your happiness, okay? They should not be your sole purpose of happiness. And this actually happened to a friend in the family where she was an older woman. Her husband died and she just fell apart. She fell apart when her husband died and she had no will to live. And why is that? Because she became so codependent on her husband for the happiness that when he passed, she wasn't able to, enjoy life. You've got to learn how to enjoy life on your own. And then this person comes in, complements your life, and, the two of you are happy, but you've got to be in a position where you could be happy without anybody. When you could be happy without anybody, you are a fucking powerhouse, okay? And when you're somebody that's like that, a powerhouse, there is nobody that is going to be able to break you down. You know why? Because you're not codependent. You could take care of yourself and you can make yourself happy and you appreciate the things that you do have in your life, okay? See, a narcissist really is a codependent person. That's why they can't be alone, because they're codependent. And that's why they love to make jokes at people that don't jump into a relationship. Oh, you couldn't find anybody. Meanwhile, the narcissist is jumping in a relationship with any Tom, Dick, or Harry, okay? Because they're worried about their image. They'll go with a beast just to say to somebody, "Oh, I'm in a relationship. I'm in a relationship." Why? Because they're codependent and they're also worried about their image, okay? So you guys, I got to run. This was just a list of why, I'm basing it off, what I've lived and what I've experienced. And this is something that you wouldn't know reading in a textbook. And that's why I tell you that the school of hard knocks is the best school that you will ever get in your life. There is nothing like real life education, real life experience rather, that will teach you to see all of these things, okay? I could speak on it because I lived it. And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you, try to save your life so that you make the right decisions with the right people so that you could have a happy life and you don't look back and have all these regrets, okay? So move slow with it. Don't believe anybody's words. Don't trust too soon, all right? And look at the person's character and their patterns of behavior over a period of time. And also, one last thing I want to add in here, also look at their past, all right? Where they've been tells you everything about who the fuck this person is. So take a good look where they've been, who they've been with, and how their relationships went, and their family and their childhood. And trust me when I tell you, you will know exactly the beast that they are, okay? Because when I look back on the toxic relationships I had, all I had to do was look at the family, and I'm like, no wonder they're like that. No wonder they're fucked up. No wonder they don't trust. No wonder they play head games. Look at the family. When they come from a bad tree, 9 times out of 10, the fruit is bad. But when the tree is good fruit, when a tree is a good tree, it bears good fruit. Just FYI, you guys. And it's so true. So I hope that helps you guys. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast, and have a great day, you guys. If you guys are having a problem in your dating or relationship, or you're dealing with somebody maybe that's narcissistic, you don't know if they're a narcissist, or you're just having problems, you're in a toxic relationship, and you need some clarity on it, go to the link in the podcast description for my website where I offer email and phone coaching. If you have a quick question, just a quick question, and you want to get a video sent back to you answering your question, there's also a link there for Vizio where I will send you a personalized video answering your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know that the Game Exposed now has their merchandise available. Check out the link in the bio, and you could go check it out. There's cool hoodies, cool sweatpants, cool hats. So go to the bio for the link. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook at The Game EXP 123, and also on Instagram, The Game EXP 123. Okay? And have a great day.